I asked everybody on my Instagram what they wanted some tutorials in, and everybody was like, handstands! So yeah, ask and you shall receive. We're gonna do a couple of, well, there's so many drills that you can do to help you build strength and balance and flexibility to do a handstand, but I'm just gonna teach you a few of my favorite ones. So we're gonna begin just seated. You can sit on your knees, cross-legged, however you want to sit, doesn't really matter. But what you do want to do is like be nice and tall through your spine and broad through your chest, and then just bring your hands out to the sides with your palms facing down. Take a moment just to let your breath settle here. And then you're going to start to flick through your fingers, flicking like you're flicking, I don't know, I don't really know what you flick like this. Something though, like maybe when you have water on your hands, flick it off. Yeah, like you're flicking water off your hands. So just flick, and as you flick, you might start to notice that you get this kind of activation moving up your arms, into your shoulders, into your upper back maybe. Just keep flicking, even when your fingers start to freak out a little bit. Just keep going with it. Make sure that you're still sitting nice and tall. When your fingers really do start to seize up, then you should really feel that nice activation. Woo! There she is. And then relax. Bring your hands down. Feel the kind of residue through your arms as it starts to settle. And you just kind of come over onto all fours into this kind of tabletop position and spread your fingers out on the mat. Keep your belly pulled in slightly. Very, very gentle tuck of your belly. And you're gently pushing the mat away from you, not like rounding, but just gently pushing it away. So spread your fingers out on the mat, and then you're going to start to do circles just over your wrists. Definitely don't go beyond this kind of realm of pain, especially as you move forward. You never, ever, ever, ever want to feel pain. Just a stretching, a strengthening. And then change direction. And then come back to center. From here, you're going to dig in through your knuckles and your fingertip, specifically through the knuckle and the fingertip of your pointing finger. Keep your fingers really nice and spread, and you're just going to lift up off of your wrists. And then lower back down, and then lift up again, and lower. So you're digging in, remember, through your knuckles, specifically of your pointy finger, up, and lower, up, and lower, up, and lower. And then point your wrists towards the front of your mat, so you kind of have like a bit of an inversion here. Inversion? I don't know. Anyway, then you can start to do little circles again, and it'll definitely feel more intense this way, so really do make them like little circles. And then change direction. And then release. Bring your hands back to the front. And you're going to send your hips back behind you into child's pose and keep your hands spread out in front of you. We're going to take puppy pose now. So start to walk your hands forward so that your bum can lift up. As far forward as you can, kind of, and then let your shoulders drop behind you as well. Breathe in, and then as you breathe out, you'll notice that your chest can maybe drop a bit further to the ground. And then take your hands into like a prayer position just over your head. So we're really working on opening up through the chest and through the top of your back. And then release your hands, start to walk yourself back. And bring your hands now to either sides of your legs and let your forehead rest on the floor. And you're going to press up and cross at your ankles so that you can roll over onto your back. Any kind of inversion really requires a lot of actually like full body strength, but some key areas are going to be the strength in your upper body and in your core, and also the flexibility in your hips. So let's fire up the core a little bit. Bring your feet up overhead and interlace your fingers just behind your head. Pull your belly button down into the ground and press your feet up to the sky so that your legs are really active. And even though you have your fingers interlaced behind your head, there's no pulling of your head up. You're just staying really nice and lifted through your chest. And then you're slowly just going to start to lower your legs really, really slowly. Keep your belly pulled in. Keep your chest lifted nice and high. And then you're going to stop when you get to, I don't know, like 10 centimeters above the ground. Keep your belly pulled in, lifting through your chest, spreading your toes out and pushing your feet away from you. Slowly rise up and release. Bring your feet to the floor and let your knees knock side to side. And then again, bring your feet up, and this time bring them into a tabletop position. Interlace your fingers behind your head and lift your chest just a little bit off of the floor. From here, you're just going to lower one foot to the ground, just to hover above the ground and try to keep that bend in the knee. Keep your belly pulled down into the ground. Bring it back up again. Take it to the other side. Stay really active through your feet as well. Don't let them fall asleep. And bring it up. Belly still drawing in. Lower down. Bring it up. Pull your belly in. Lower down. Bring it up. Lower down. We're just touching on core work today. If you really want to go nice and deep into the core, definitely do the core video that I had loaded before. Lower down. That'll really get you going for a handstand. Bring it up. And then we start to lower both feet together. Keep your belly pulled in. Bring them up. Still keep your chest nice and lifted. Lower down. Belly draws in. And lift. One more time. Lower down. Hover it above the ground. And lift. And release. You can let your knees knock side to side. Woohoo! Good job. And then bring your hands just underneath your knees so you can rock and roll up and down your mat. Rock and roll. This is like my favorite thing to do. I think I do it in every video. Rock and roll. And then cross out your ankles. Find your way into downward facing dog. And from here, just begin to walk out your feet so you can bend one knee, straighten the other, and then change it up. And then find some stillness here in your downward facing dog. And now you're just going to bring your forehead into the center of the mat, but don't change the position of your arms. So maybe watch me first. And you're going to keep your elbows magnetized in. So bring your head in towards your hands and press it out again. So bring it in. Oh, press it out. Bring it in. Press it out. Now, keeping your hands just where they are, or actually you might want to put them on blocks. Try it first like this. You're going to start to walk your feet towards your hands. And just as we were putting pressure into the knuckles and the fingertips before, you're going to do that again. So walk your feet towards your hands. Keep your hands on the floor as much as you can. This is where you might want blocks if you don't have a lot of openness in your hips. And then when you get to your hands, you're just going to lift your left leg up to tap your wrist and then place it down. Lift your right leg up, tap your wrist, place it down. Left leg to wrist, place it down. As you move, notice that you're rounding through your back, pressing the mat away, and you're engaging all the way through your core to lift that left leg or the right leg. So right leg lifts and taps. Place it down. Left leg. Place it down. And then bend through your knees. Grab opposite elbows, take ragdoll pose. You can give yourself a shake side to side, maybe backwards and forwards. And then find some stillness here. Release your hands and curl up through your spine to rise up. When you get to the top, you will need a chair or a wall, whichever you have that's most convenient. So, here is my chair. It's the heaviest chair that's ever been made. And you just want to place it at the end of your mat. And we're going to start to just practice building strength by being upside down. So what I like to do is just get myself into this kind of inverted position and hold it for as long as I can. And by holding it, I'm getting my body used to being upside down so that I don't freak out every time I do it. And I'm also building strength in all the right places. So take your chair and or your wall, whatever you want to do, and you're going to bring yourself into a kind of downward facing dog position with your butt facing towards the wall. And then walk your hands in a little bit and press them out away from you, pressing into your knuckles and your fingertips. From here, start to tilt yourself forward and bring your foot up. Just one foot up to start. And then start to press into the chair or into the wall until you can come all the way up. Notice here that as you start to send your hips over your shoulders, you really are digging in through your fingertips and through your knuckles. So just hold it here, press the mat away. Then bend through your legs and release. Take ragdoll pose. Bend your knees nice and deeply. Give yourself a shake side to side, backwards, forwards. And release your hands and just take a couple of spins through your wrists. And then bend your knees, curl through your spine to rise up. We're gonna do that again. Actually, just keep doing that for the rest of this video. But really, that's a great way to build strength. A lot of people also like to kick up against the wall. I do as well. Some people say that it's not helpful because you can't really build the confidence to get away from the wall. But I think that in terms of building strength, if you're somebody who's not there yet, it's a really great way to do that. So let's go again. Mr. Chair or Mr. Wall, whatever you're using, bring yourself into a downward facing dog position. Walk your hands forward a little bit. You might want to play with it when you get there. And then just bring one foot up so your hips can lift. Keep your gaze now just between your thumbs. Press them out away and lift one leg up. Just the one. And with the one leg lifting, you can start to play with releasing the pressure through the other. Maybe you're still touching the chair, but there's no pressure there. And then release. Come down. Take ragdoll pose. So grab opposite elbows the other way, the weird facing way. And give yourself a little shake side to side, backwards and forwards. And release. Then start to curl up through your spine. And rise up. Give your wrists a little shake out. And what we normally do, and what I've seen most yogis doing, is they have a dominant leg that they kick up with, which is fine, but remember that you have two legs. so you really want to try to practice kicking up with one as well as the other. So I don't really know how well I'm going to do with this, but anyway, let's try it out. Take downward facing dog again. And walk your hands forward as much as you think you can get to. And bring your feet up onto the chair so you can stack your hips. Gaze between your fingers, press them out away, and you're going to lift the other leg. This might feel super weird, but it's good to bring balance. So press them out away and stay really active through your foot that's lifted. And then lower. Take ragdoll. And release. From here you can curl yourself all the way down onto the ground. And come to your bums. And lower all the way down to the floor. Extend both feet out. Bring your hands to your sides. We'll take Savasana. Lift up each part of your body and then place it down again. So lift your legs, place them down. Lift your hips, place them down. Your shoulders, your hands, your arms. So that everything is really fresh. Fresh when you put it down. And immediately, without even thinking about it, just let go of anything that you could or you couldn't do. Let go of what you found a real struggle in your mind. And find your way back into this sense of stillness and peace. Now we'll just wiggle through your fingers and toes, slowly waking up the body. And very gently, keeping your eyes closed, find your way into a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart center and to your foreheads. Namaste. I hope these drills were really helpful for you. There are a lot of drills that you can do, but these are just some of my favorites. And the more you practice them, the more you'll begin to strengthen and find flexibility and balance where you need to, so that one day you just pop straight up.